Hey everyone, welcome to the channel BMW Fanatic. Hey, over my 120 videos that I have right now, I go into BMW product reviews, burger tuning stuff, modification stuff, BMW specific knowledge as it relates to the N54, N55 engine specific stuff. So definitely, if you find value in that, which I know you will, hopefully you consider subscribing today. You'll enjoy this video and you'll enjoy those other videos. So hey, when we talk about a hot topic around what's better, JB4, MHD, Cobb or whatever, I do get the question quite a bit. I see the question still after all these years of this platform. I even saw it well before I even got this car, so it is always a hot topic. So today we're going to talk about all those differences and go from there. So talking about the JB4 first, right? So the JB4 is a piggyback unit which attaches to your DME. And what the JB4 will do is it'll manipulate that signal, because you have a control box on your JB4 that then, obviously is integrated in your DME. It's going to manipulate that signal like boost, ignition, AFRs, all that kind of stuff, and really basically help control everything in a way. So that, that's the whole sense of a piggyback. It's there, it's attached to your unit, it's doing those things, it's telling the DME that you're doing this, you need to do that, blah, 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 and it just has the DME just goes on with its life, and the DME thinks that you're running 8 pounds of boost when really you could be whatever that you're at, 12, 15, 18, 20, whatever be the case. So that's that, that's where it comes in as far as it interprets the signal, and it goes on with that. Now the great thing about the JB4 itself right there, even though it's a piggyback, piggybacks have been out there for a while, but the JB4 has multiple features that make it really great, and it really kind of puts it over to the edge as far as, and it has been for a while. You have that really nice safety fail-safe as far as what it's doing. If you overboost or anything like that, it'll kick it down to a certain map to where it limits you power, or shuts off certain things, all that kind of stuff. That right there is fail-safes to help you in the event of something going wrong, and that the JB4 recognizes, communicates with the DME, and really coordinates and does its thing. So that's really great. The meth control, as far as the JB4 has that bar none as far as if you're doing that and that kind of piece. So the meth control is perfect right there. Obviously your gauge hijacking, which you've probably seen in my other video, definitely check that out. You'll see that. And as far as the map switching, all those different functionality things really kind of make it really into a nice package. So you have that right there. Now going over to the flash side of things, we'll talk about Cobb first, then we'll talk MHD last. So Cobb right now, and it has been actually for a while, is it's no longer supported on this platform. So what that means is that they're not making map updates, they're not making any changes. The Cobb flash has really been kind of mediocre in a way. It was okay when it first came out, which, not to knock that as well, but, as we're in 2017 and not being supported anymore, definitely do not go the Cobb route, just because no one is going that direction, no one is making updates to those maps. And you're really going to overpay definitely for an actual Cobb unit because of what they actually sell for. So do not go down that route at all. So Cobb out the question, done there. Switch it over to MHD. Now MHD is a Android based system as far as flashing your DME. Now what I mentioned about the JB4 as far as you running your stock bin file on your DME and then you have to piggyback, the MHD will overwrite all that data and put its OTS map, which is called off-the-shelf map, onto your DME. Now the whole off-the-shelf map is, obviously you have a tuner that makes a map, makes a bin file, and it's really everyone. So anyone that uses any of those files out there on their MHD car, the same person is using the exact same one throughout everywhere. They took a N54 specific engine, car, made a bunch of changes and created a map for that, and that's what you're using today. Now with everything on your DME side, you are putting, now your DME with all its flashed values is now running 100% of your car, so you have no piggyback, no nothing. Now the MHD does have options, right? You do have a lot of the options as far as what the JB4 has, but it doesn't have everything. So you have that. It is ever going, and it is getting better and better and better. So you have that, which is fine. But so it's not going to have all those features in that piece. So when flashing your DME, as far as I talked about the whole Android base, you will need a OBD2 cable that connects to your OBD2 port over here. And then also your OTG cable you will have that as well, so you'll need to buy that. And then purchasing the licensing and the maps and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, let's say it's about $150 or so. So then the second piece is let's say you made a bunch of changes to your car and you want to change your map. Well, you can't just flip your map like the JB4. You have to completely reflash your DME yet again to load on all those new values. And then if you have any major changes that you want to change onto it, you have to then yet again flash your whole entire DME again with your updated map that you have. Stacking, which means taking your, utilizing your JB4, but stacking on a DME flash, which is called the JB4 back-end flash, which then makes your JB4 unit a advanced boost controller, and then flips all your AFR, ignition, fueling, all that timing, everything to a flash side, and that works very perfectly with your actual JB4. It's very important to do that, to have that right there. But basically that's kind of the best of both worlds. It's kind of like a custom flash in a way, because it's making all those parameters changes, and it is working perfectly with your JB4. That's definitely a nice setup. I will be doing a back-end flash mostly because I've been doing E85 mixes and all that kind of stuff, and change this and change that. It really does make it that much better, just because it just smooths things out even more. It just makes it for that well-rounded, perfect car that you have. So definitely that's an important piece right there. So if you do your JB4 only, or JB4 stacked with their back-end flash, or an MHD flash, really honestly at the end of the day, to get the most power out of your BMW N54, N55 specific engine, it is going the custom flash map route. And what that is you utilize the MHD flasher app, obviously, because that's a very good flasher app. And you work with an actual tuner as far as, you could send in some logs into a tuner and they can write a file to you, send it back to you, you can flash it to you, and that's exactly specific to your car. Or you can actually go visit a tuner that actually tunes these platforms, and then they can physically get your car on the dyno and flash it exactly the way it should be. Now, honestly, that's what I've always been used to. So all my previous cars that I've had custom tunes. I've never used piggybacks or anything like that. So coming in this platform, it was a little bit different because that wasn't really the thing right off the bat. And then just with things of changing and technology finally changing with some of these things for the platform, a custom flash would really ultimately be technically my best bet. But I have the JB4. I love the features. I love everything it does. And I've had it for 60,000 miles actually on my car. No complaints whatsoever. So, obviously I like it. I'm going to keep it. I bought it 4 years ago. No need for me to get rid of it. So that's why, adding on a back-end flash for, like a little over $100 or so, I can actually just make my car just that much better than where it is today, and then really what I utilize it for. Now, like I mentioned in my other videos, as far as me selling my car maybe in like 8 months or maybe a year, whatever be the case, I'm not trying to go too crazy right now just because of with all that, and then I really want to plan for the next car and do the great things that I want to do there. Alright guys, there you have it. So JB4 stacked with a back-end flash, MHD, Cobb, or custom route. Video is to just go over what all those pieces mean, and as far as tunes go and flashes and all that kind of stuff, just because not everyone will explain it in this manner all at one section and all in one video. So that's why I wanted to make it so that way you guys have that informed decision before you actually make that first purchase and do all those kind of things, because you have to know all those things that are out there. Well guys, thanks for stopping in again, watching the videos, commenting, all that kind of stuff. Please be sure to subscribe, like, and comment, and I'll check you next time. Take care.